Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, if you don't know your Moon and Rising sign already, check a link in the description box to alwaysastrology.com. There you can plug in your information and learn your entire birth chart. And if you feel like further information for the week, you can always look at your Moon and Rising sign readings on top of your Sun reading here today. So this is for the week of June 20th to June 27th. Happy almost summer solstice. On the 21st is not only the summer solstice, but a new moon in Cancer. So if you wanted to rid yourself of any negativity around fourth house issues that is related to the sign Cancer, that's family, mother, fertility, women in your life, psychic energy, etc. You can do clearing rituals. They can be super simple or a little bit more fancy, and go ahead and Google that if that's something that appeals to you, and you can check out all sorts of ways to do some releasing spells on the 21st. So this is a general reading, Virgo, and whatever is most prominent in your life this week, I will encourage you to apply these messages to. And I do hope that you find them helpful and healing. So Virgo, I wish for you all success, joy, and wellness. I call upon Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Metatron, and Uriel to guide this reading in peace, clarity, protection, and wisdom. And I ask that Gaia please bless this reading for Virgo. So my dear Virgo, already in your central position, we have go the distance. This means that you're in process of something that you just don't want to give up on, and it's all signs point to don't give up on it. You are an immovable force right now, and so another way to look at that is that you are an unstoppable force. Either way you look at that, wow, this is really beautiful. Look at all the gold. Is that you are going, the card literally reads go the distance, and this is something where the finish line is just moments ahead of you. So keep doing what you're doing. It's remarkably powerful, and you're going to be rewarded greatly for this. All outcomes predicted to be pleasant and rewarding for you. So well done. And then to one side we have deep knowing. This is not only psychic energy, but again with the moon here, there's two moons and there's an owl, anything to do with the night. This is also related to the sign Cancer. If you don't have a moon or rising Cancer sign, for example, you could have a Cancerian in your life. This could have to do with the fourth house in particular. Fourth house issues, in which case I think it would be especially helpful for you, Virgo, to do some releasing spells, at least one releasing spell. And by that, I don't mean anything overly complicated. It could be as simple as writing down a negative perspective or a thought or a feeling or memory that you've been carrying around with you that you're ready to let go of, and releasing it into the new moon of the 21st on the solstice. You can do that just by burying that little piece of paper, burning it carefully, and making sure it's out. It can be as complicated or as simple as you want. You can simply say a prayer or give thanks for something super positive about getting over something, about achieving these goals. But recognition of this deep knowing is really important for you. I think you're on to something here that you recognize is extremely deeply important to you and to your health. As I mentioned at the beginning, it is a general reading. So if this is about health in general for you, this could be about you understanding how to accomplish the healing for yourself, okay? And then on the other side of go the distance is the observer. Now this is really interesting because both of these are nearly polar opposites. We have deep knowing, which of course we understand, generally speaking, is an intuition, okay? This is an intuition of some sort. And then with the observer on the other side, we have another moon. Could be considered the new moon here. I'll show you up close in just a moment. It's just sort of the little sliver, the crescent moon here, with the wily fox, the fun fox, looking at the moon through the eyepiece here. But the point is that you're looking at something from afar. So it appears as though you have achieved this general sense of balance here. And this is hard won. This is not generally an easy task for most people, particularly with what you've been in the process of achieving here, okay, Virgo? So you should really give yourself a pat in the back if this is occurring for you in your life, that you're able now to see things from two polar perspectives and this lens to your achievements, your healing, prosperity, etc. So quickly, let's look at the bottom of the deck card. This is general energy for the week, and it's the time to go card. You'll notice that she's walking on this boardwalk away from the viewer and into some sort of corridor down here. She's going into her own place. Now, whether this is a place of isolation for you or a whole new world lie before you past that doorway is up to you, okay? What lies beyond you, or what lies beyond you is up to you. And it more than likely is more positive for you. Here's the decision, though. Here's the only way you can get to that, what lies beyond you, is to actually leave what is going on now. And I'm not talking like every single thing in your life. I'm talking about what you're willing to let go of here. Now, I want to know particularly what this means right here. So forgive me, I'm just going to look this up briefly. I want to know deep knowing's general wording here. Because I want to look at, okay, so it is intuition and hypersensitivity. All right, I was talking about psychic energy, kind of the same thing, but we're looking at intuition definitively here. Again, with the two moons, you've got the moon over here, you've got the cheetah, which is a feline over here, and the fox. I'm not sure if foxes are dogs or felines. Canines or felines? You tell me. Either way, you have two land animals, and then you've got the owl here and the moon. So just a lot of psychic energy, a lot of energy perhaps around the fourth house. This new moon in Cancer on the summer solstice could be more impactful for you than many other signs. So you in Cancer so far, I'm seeing a lot of impact here. So just be aware of that. All right, so I'm just going to show you these one by one so you can get a feel for the color and the graphics. Something might appeal to you that I'm not pointing out. And please, if you're intuitive about that, please take any positive messages from these, of course. But you can see the cheetah is just about at the finish line. You are about to achieve this week what you had set out for yourself, and it is but a building block. This is what I like to call rung 1 on the ladder of success for you. Okay, this is not a one-off. If this were surrounded by, say, serendipity and another card that was about maybe playfulness or just being settled or content, I would say, oh yeah, no, you've achieved it and it's over. No, no, no. This, because there's so much going on with the deep knowing, the intuition, and the being able to bring to the concern or the path a sense of perspective here is going to help you ultimately achieve your goals, not only faster, but more efficiently, and they'll be lasting. So with the deep knowing card, as I pointed out, there's two moons here and the owl in the center. Just wisdom, anything that you can imagine is associated with the owl, for example, okay? So wisdom, the knight, psychic energy, as the book says, intuition, deep knowing. This is all about being aware of things, even if no one's told you, taught you, or explained it to you. And I've said this before about this card in the past with any other reading. There's this sense of, if you just know it or feel it, but you can't explain it in words, well, it can't be true, or no one's going to understand that, or etc. And we can sort of brush things off, but I think that time is over for you. I think you're hyper aware, perhaps even hypersensitive here, because we know that the fourth house is ruled by Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. It's also a cardinal sign. So it begins things. It's the beginner cardinality, like the other cardinal signs. So you're constantly able to begin new things, and you're sensitive to certain things. So if you know things and no one's told you, or no one really even understands it when you tell them, please don't brush it off. It just means that they don't get it or don't understand it. Eventually, if you keep sharing your truth with other people, you will meet with someone who does understand this intuitively and deeply like you do. So don't give up on that, Virgo. So with your the last card in this spread here before we draw from the other decks, we've got the Observer card, and you can see she's sort of looking at the moon and gaining perspective. Her feet, I believe she's on an egg, so there is a great deal of fertility here. There could be some movement under the surface, which wouldn't be surprising with the deep knowing on the other side. So there's a lot more to come to the surface here. All right, and I would trust yourself. I would be able to walk away from something that doesn't serve you any longer or is causing conflict. Choose to live a better life for yourself and keep perspective, because you're straddling the beauty of both of these worlds, okay, the intuition and the knowing and the knowledge, so, or the understanding rather. So this is beautiful. So links to the cards I'm using are in the description box as well, Virgo. I did forget to mention that. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and then the Healing with the Angels Oracle and the Medicine card tarot. And like every other week, I'm just going to draw a card from each of these other decks to expand on some of the messages here for you. And there is a link to my ebook as well, a tiny little description about what I do. And then in the near future, I'll be uploading sort of face-to-face videos for you and hopefully get to know you a little bit better. And together, my goal is to help create even more healing in the world. So if this is you doing all this work and I'm right on target with this, I really want to thank you for your hard work in developing peace and tranquility in your own life and choosing love and choosing forgiveness and choosing perspective and trusting in yourself and pushing yourself. It's really beautiful to see. So Virgo, beautiful. Second to last card here, we have answered prayer. This could very well be the answered prayer here, is knowing that you've got what it takes. You don't even need to lean on anyone at this point. I don't think it means that no one's coming to your aid or you're not working with other people, but I think that you've mapped out a life or a lifestyle or an attitude, behavior, etc. that you want for yourself, and you've designed it for yourself. So it's very, very comfortable for you. It could be this here. It could be the answered prayer, and I can identify with this. The answered prayer could be in the letting go of something as well with the time to go card. Either way, it's an achievement of some sort. Will feel like the answered prayer, and you'll have no one to thank but yourself and your higher power, whatever that means to you. If it's a guardian angel or God, or a loving ancestor who is no longer in this plane. It could be an earth angel, right? You could have someone in your life who's extremely helpful and kind and has just been there for you as a steady, committed individual in your life who's shown they can be trusted. So if that's the case, you know, that's something also to be grateful for in life. So to finish off the reading, we have one of the most beautiful cards of the entire medicine card tarot, and this is the deer. The deer's keyword is gentleness. What a beautiful way to go into and leave the week with this sense of gentleness. And I really feel too like there's nothing drastic and outstanding here. There's nothing upsetting. There's nothing toxic. In fact, there's a lot of gold color in the cards. You could be coming out of something that's dark or dreary and into the light. Gold is always along with silver, it's one of the symbolic colors of ascension. So I think you're coming into your own. You're becoming more confident and comfortable with yourself through gentleness. And what a beautiful way to do this. So Virgo, that concludes your reading for the week. I really hope that you found it helpful and healing. If you have a moment, comment below. Let me know how this works out for you this week. And make sure you subscribe. I upload videos for your sign every week. In saying that, thank you so much for joining me today. Take good care, and I will see you next time.